papa bwana. Tayari kunyoa wewe?
There's the men. Wapi Memsahib?
Memsahib kwenda kupika nyama bwana.
She went out to kill something. She's very good at killing. I taught her.
Ndio bwana.
I hope. When a party's over, you're likely to get left with your hostess.
Memsahib akuja sasa bwana.
Oh, yes. Here she comes now. Yeah, I suppose I'm as well off with her as any other.
Nio wa bwana.
She's a splendid woman by all standards. Maybe if I close my eyes, she'll go away. Make a good shot?
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Rather a good shot. Through the shoulder.
You shoot marvelously, you know.
How are you feeling?
Better.
I thought maybe you would. You were sleeping when I left. Shall I relieve Molo?
No, he wants to shave me and I want to talk.
Well, everyone must have someone to talk with.
He's the perfect audience. Doesn't understand a word I tell him, therefore we don't quarrel.
Let's not quarrel anymore, no matter how nervous we get.
You needn't be afraid of me anymore.
I'm not afraid of you. I never was. Will you call me if you need me?
Sure. Come back anytime you feel like it.
Molo. Ndio bwana.
Nio Mimi. Africans may have the right system with women at that. Buy one for a few cows, whatever it is you happen to use for money. And if she isn't satisfactory, you get your money back. We use our emotions. And if it cracks up, we don't get anything back.
Ouch! Endeavor your bwana ngumu sama.
Sure. Bwana's whisker's very tough. A lot of things are tough. You know, son, there was one woman. And what a woman. I wrote a book about her, too. Another woman, another book. It wasn't about Spain or Africa or anything that I cared about. But into it, I poured the anger that I felt and some dirt and belly laugh humor. Just right to tickle the smart ones on the Riviera. And I'd found something, son. I'd found success. Swim very well.
Naturally, when I have an incentive, swimming to you, darling.
Do you do everything else as well?
I swam over... Don't hurry.
What's the matter? You afraid of startling the fish?
Afraid of you.
Frigid Liz.
I swam way over to tell you that I've changed your plans. You are not going away tonight.
No? Well, swim around and tell me why you think I'm not.
Because you run around, and what does it get you? Only dizzy. If you have to write, I have a typewriter at home. I let you call your own.
You've got a few other things at home I'd like to call my own.
I can't let you go, darling. I can't let go of you.
Countess, there's no one like you. Climb up here on this boat.
I can't, Harry. I've hardly anything on.
Get up here.
Please, lover. Not out here.
I suppose it was the elusiveness of Liz which was her main attraction. She was something to hunt down and trap and capture. The Countess Elizabeth. Frigid Liz. The semi-iceberg of the semi-tropics. It was fun, son. It was just lousy with fun.
It would be much more polite if you'd say it, darling.
For once, I'm speechless.
At least say that you don't like it.
But I do, immensely. I admit that something has me puzzled. Would you mind answering one question?
Not at all. What's the question?
Well, why do you want her for this? I admit she must be nice to have around for Harry.
Yes. I don't think I introduced you. Beatrice, this is my fiancé's nice uncle, Mr. Swift.
Enchanté, monsieur.
Beatrice. There's a fine lot of divinity in that name. Dante, you know.
Yes, darling, I know.
Beatrice, are you divine?
Oui, monsieur.
I'll just bet.
Tell me, Uncle Bill. Oh, may I call you Uncle Bill?
By all means.
Are you planning a long visit with Harry now that you are back from India?
I'm afraid not. Are you?
I'm not visiting Harry. Harry is visiting me.
Well, whichever, it must be wonderful for both of you.
We think so.
As I look at her again, another question crosses my mind.
As interesting as the last one?
When you and Harry get married, how many children will you have?
Why don't you go ask him?
I may. By the way, where is Genius shining at the moment?
In his study.
He's probably doing something constructive. I like it here. I don't bother you. Just continue. Tell me, have you named her yet?
You have a suggestion?
Ceres, the goddess of fertility.
Madame,
Oui.
la vendeuse est en bas.
Merci. Excuse me. Why don't you finish her for me while I'm gone?
Oh, good. Come on in. Now I can stop.
If you do, I'll go away again. Just let me sit here, tidily in the corner. Fine view.
Oh, ought to be. Costs a pretty penny. Did you see Liz?
Speaking of a pretty penny,
No, just speaking of Liz.
marry her, my boy. It's the surest cure.
Now, what do you mean by that one?
Lover, may I come in? You're everywhere, aren't you, darling?
It's the only attribute I share with the Almighty.
Angel, are you doing anything that's stinkingly important?
Confidentially, Countess, it couldn't be less important or more stinky.
What, silly?
I'm writing an interview with myself on the subject of success.
Yeah.
Your latest has sold another 100,000, it says here.
Ah, amazing.
Hollywood wants it. They'll say they put Garbo in it.
Why, that should please you.
Well, how did I get in the habit of becoming involved with women who always open my mail?
You get such fascinating letters, darling. Cosmopolitan wants another series of short stories, and Smart said too. They pay the tops, it says.
Well, why should a writer feel guilty because people are willing to pay good money for the sweat off his brow?
They shouldn't, my boy. No one ever paid for a drop of mine, except a few libraries and museums. Which reminds me to tell you, I've decided to settle down and take over that museum.
Well, that's wonderful news.
Does that mean we'll see you often, darling?
When you're in Paris, my bones will be on display amongst the other antiquities every day except Thursday. On the Avenue Prison Woods. Harry, dear boy.
I'll walk out with you.
Mettez-les là.
Oui, madame, tout à l'heure. On va commencer par celui-ci pour moi.
I'll find the door. I imagine you're wanted in there.
Why the devil haven't you the grace to tell me the truth?
What truth?
That you think my book stinks, that everything I'm doing stinks.
I came to praise Caesar, not to bury him. Most men would envy you. Make a handsome living, have the acquaintance of most of the interesting people of the world. All this, and Liz too. You're young, you have your health, you look well. Fairly well. Come to see me soon, dear boy. Oh, Harry, have you done any hunting lately?
No, why do you ask?
Too bad. A man should never lose his hand at hunting.